Assalamu alaikum. So the question is, as a Muslim, what is the proper response to the statement, Islam was spread by the sword? Well, the proper response is to say you should study history. And since most people won't do that, then you're going to have to give just sort of off the cuff, quick answers. Um, I guess one sort of thought experiment you could ask them is, you could say, Indonesia has the most amount of Muslims, more Muslims than any other country in the world, right? Right. So are you saying that there were Arab pirates that were sailing the seas and going from island to island, like there's like a million islands or something? You're going to all these different islands and forcing each small tribe in Indonesia to embrace Islam, and do they stay there? How long do they stay there for with the sword pointed at them? Weeks, months, years? You know what I mean? Eventually you start to realize how absurd it is. You can't stand there and force people and threaten people for extended periods of time. Yes, in the short term, definitely you could threaten, but I think as a overall explanation, this just doesn't make much sense. And if you do think that is the case, then why is it the case that you don't find in the Western countries Muslims are forcing anybody? And yet Islam is still on the rise. Doesn't that make more sense? That if Islam is growing rapidly in countries where people are free to be whatever they want, if that's the case in Europe and Canada and US, then doesn't it also make sense that maybe what is appealing to people today was also appealing back then? Another factor, isn't it the case that Islam seems to be rooted in just about, it doesn't matter whether you're talking about a people that are rich or poor, whether it doesn't matter what the color they are, what climate they live in, what languages they speak, it seems that Islam arrives and just grows and thrives in all these different areas. And so why is that the case? You know, you can't really say that, oh, it's only for this group or that group, it's for everybody. And it just keeps growing, and nobody's forcing anybody today. And so anyway, I just think that the whole thing kind of falls apart the more you actually think about it and consider different factors. Hope that helps. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.